Well, you don't have to wait any longer now or hold on. Welcome to number 2 Sports Ground, where the Newcastle Jets host Adelaide United. 9th place Jets are looking to put a halt to their run of 3 straight winless matches in the Ninja A-League, while 4th place Adelaide United are riding high after a historic 1-0 win over Central Coast Mariners in their last game. Well, the weather might look more appropriate for a game of Quidditch or maybe bog snorkeling, but it hasn't dampened the spirit of the fans who have rolled out for this round 9 showdown. Last time these two met, it was the Reds who came out on top in round 5, and they're looking to make it 2 from 2. I'm joined by Sydney FC former star Teresa Polias in commentary tonight. What do you make of this matchup?
Thanks, Georgie. It's great to be here, and a very enticing matchup today. Two teams desperate for the points for different reasons. Newcastle, 3 straight losses so far, needing the points desperately, and Adelaide on the upwards trajectory after some consistent form now.
Yeah, 2 teams there. You can see the mascots look excited to be part of this, and that's what's so exciting about just the growth of this as a league as well. You know, more eyes on it, more coverage, and just football, women's sport around the world. It's just an honour to get to be part of this one. But tonight it is all about these 2 sides. So we have the Jets sitting 9th in the table at the moment, and Adelaide, they'll be feeling pretty good, pretty confident up in 4th. But the Jets, they need to turn things around. 9 points from 9 matches, sitting 9th. So 9-9-9, not quite time to call the ambulance just yet, but they've got to turn things around.
They do, and what better time to do it than a game at home.
So the Newcastle Jets, captained by Cassidy Davis, want to talk us through this one?
Sure, yeah, a bit of a reshuffle here for Ryan Campbell after Matilda Tash Pryor was given her marching orders in their last game against Western United. So Emma Dundas and Chloe Wallando come in for the start.
And very happy looking side. Well, if ever there was a smile on a face of someone in this horrendous weather, Lauren Allen, she looks pretty ready to go.
Oh, she's ready to go. She's been a key player for the Jets. She'll be happy to be starting, and time again we've seen her come in and score goals exactly when they need it.
Well, Adelaide captained by Ella Tonkin, and this is the side sitting 4th at the moment.
Just the one change here for Adrian Stenter's team, notably the American Erin Healy back in the starting 11.
So a team feeling pretty confident, sitting 4th at the moment. Adelaide United, well, she is someone who loves playing against the Jets, Fiona Warts.
She does, and the last time the two teams met in round 5, she scored the 2 goals in their 2-0 win. So of late, she hasn't scored too many goals, so she's definitely due for a goal.
Yeah, you can feel it. The goal is loading for Warts. A brace last time they played, but that was back in round 5. And you know what? It's not about round 5 today. It is about round 9. 4th place taking on 9th place, and a really exciting prospect this as a match. So Newcastle Jets head coach Ryan Campbell there. I mean, he doesn't look particularly warm, but it's not about the weather, it's about how hot it can be out in the middle, and he needs his team to really come and perform tonight.
He does, and yeah, look, the conditions are quite harsh up there today, and that might benefit the Jets, and you know they are desperate for those 3 points.
And Kelly Jones overseeing proceedings tonight to make sure it all runs smoothly, everyone obeys the rules, does what they're meant to, and if they don't, well, I'm sure she will tell them pretty quickly.
Yeah, we're hoping for a nice smooth game full of good football today.
Well, that's a man that looks very happy. Adrian Stenter, Adelaide United head coach, just getting the handshakes in there, but his side sitting 4th, and he'll just be hoping that they can come out and just perform how they have done in their previous few games.
And they had a strong performance against the Mariners in their last match, a strong 1-0 win up in Woy Woy, so they'll be looking to find some consistent form.
Well, we'll probably be mentioning the weather maybe once or twice, and they do look slightly on the colder side. It is still 20 degrees out there, but that wind is mighty fast. But you know what? I come from England, and to me, this is summer.
To be honest, not a fan of the wind for me, for my liking, but it's stark contrast from the really hot weather we've had lately, so I'm sure the players will enjoy it.
Yeah, so the wind 25 knots out of the southwest. which for those of you who are involved in boats, it's quite a lot. Well, things are underway here. So 9th place Newcastle Jets taking on the 4th place Adelaide United. Jets keeping possession to kick things off here. Yeah, and that's really good bit of work there. And she's going to go for the goal straight away. I mean, not really much on that one at all.
A positive start there for the Jets. Jackson doing some good work here, getting a shot away, but Claudia Jenkins has that covered.
Yeah, just didn't quite get the clean strike she might have been hoping for there, but positive sign that for the Jets starting things off. Had the first shot on goal. And coming down the wing now, United, and the strike coming in well over the top. But end-to-end stuff here to start things off in really what is biblical weather.
It is, but it's been a bright start, and that player right there, Erin Healy, is who the Jets will be trying to nullify today. That's what she's really good at, going at players, running, creating one-on-one situations and opening up chances for a shot.
You ever had to play in conditions like this, Teresa?
I do recall a few matches, but the rain I can handle. It was the wind that always made things a lot harder, especially when it comes to set pieces. You really have to think about how you're delivering your set pieces in such strong wind.
Yeah, it's really go aerial as well. You think about taking those shots as well. You know, you're sort of thinking, if the wind is this strong, I want to go along the ground. I've really got to get that power behind it, especially if you're going into the wind.
Absolutely, it's always a challenge going into the wind. The wind tends to catch the ball and take it up a lot, so you got to think about how you strike that ball.
So just playing down that far side at the moment, seems to be throws on throws on throws at the moment. Just struggling to keep it in here, both sides. You can hear the call from the sideline, a little bit higher. Just finds herself on the floor. Not pretty quickly there, Erin Healy. And Jets again with the attacking play. Yeah, it's good cross, that one. Just a little bit too much mayo on it.
It was good work initially there from Lauren Allen to get that transition going, but a bit too much on it from Gallagher there. Just possibly needing to adjust to the weather a little bit in the opening stanza here.
And has his mum just forgotten to give him a coat when he left the house today?
Seems so. I don't know how he's doing it. He must be in the zone and just not noticing that harsh weather there.
Maybe Ryan Campbell's just trying to show us all he's made of strong stuff and he's not sugary and he won't dissolve. But focus for him is more about the team than the weather. Jets in possession again here.
It really is an important fixture here for the Jets. They're in desperate need for 3 points.
They just couldn't quite stay on her feet, and that means that United, they're back on the attacking play. Lovely bit of work, and he found the back of the net. Well, United inside 4 minutes. They've found the back of the net, and look who it is with the ball.
Well, that is stunning combination play. It started with Lucia Leon. What a great ball in behind for Chelsea Dorber, and she just does the over the shoulder there, and who be it other than Fiona Wirtz. What a finish.
She just loves playing against the Jets, doesn't she? That's now 3 goals for her against them in 2 games already, and we're not even 4 minutes in.
No, we mentioned last time these two teams met, she scored the 2 and she scored again. She was desperate for a goal. She's second on the league standings for goal scoring, so she's up to 7 now, going for that top position.
It was due, wasn't it? We said
really
it was coming.
Yep.
Well, it's a real shame this for Newcastle, actually. They were doing well, they had good possession, and then they just had a moment. Someone fell over as they were trying to keep hold of the ball, just couldn't quite stay in the air, got back in possession of Adelaide, and a really good cross coming in, and Wirtz with the finish.
Yeah, it did come as a shock for Newcastle. But some brilliant work there from Adelaide. Their combinations up front are fantastic.
Well, Newcastle with the chance there, and again, just slipping over. bit of overexcitement, perhaps. Just, it's when you're sort of playing one play ahead of yourself. You've got to play what's at your feet at the time, not thinking about the cross before you've even had a chance to take it.
That's right. Gallagher's just scuffed that one, but one thing about the Jets is they never give up, and that goes back to times when I used to play against them. They're just a team you can never switch off against.
Well, as a rugby league player, Gallagher should be used to this kind of weather. If you were over in England, rugby in the rain, that's culture. That's what we like to call it, and it's well kept out, that, in the end, by the Adelaide defence, but back in possession of the Jets, and there's just no one there for that final cross.
No, once again, didn't find anyone there. It was a nice flat delivery initially from Bauman, but yeah, she couldn't find anyone on the end of that one. Some players do enjoy playing in this kind of weather, Georgie.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's wrong with them, but it's a no from me. That's why I'm never stuck with swimming. And again, back in possession here in Adelaide. Ball coming in, just skewed slightly, kept out. And they're just struggling with the clearance here, Jets.
It's one to be wary of there, because you've got dangerous players like Lucille Leon that in those areas is so technical and really know what to do with the ball, and they punish you, and we saw that with the first goal. It was initiated by Lucille Leon, finished by Fiona Wirtz.
Well, he's got a lot to say here, hasn't he, Ryan Campbell? He's up and about on his feet from the sideline.
Well, it is a less than ideal start for the Jets, and it's never easy against an Adelaide United. They're an organised team, and going down against them makes really hard work coming back.
Gallagher with the ball, nice little pass there, but again, there's no one there. She's going to have to be quick to get onto this one. Really good bit of work by the keeper, but just, well, they'll feel good about this one though, Adelaide.
That's a real positive transition there. Good response. They haven't given up. We know they're a side that don't. Another enticing ball in behind from Devon Jackson, and Copus Brown gets the initial shot, and Lauren Allen just couldn't finish it on that angle. I actually thought it did get into the back of the net there, but
yeah, your hands went up, didn't they, next to me, and I was like, are my eyes deceiving me? Has it gone through? But, well, she was your pick earlier on, wasn't she? Before the game, you thought she's going to be really important, and she just didn't quite have that finish on. But positive signs for Newcastle Jets there. They're 1-0 down as it stands, but there is plenty of time to play in this round 9 match.
See there, Lucille Leon, she's actually come inside. Dorber's taken her position on the wing there. They've got really good chemistry. Watch out for these two, because they really like to work together out on the pitch.
And that's what the sign of a really well-oiled unit, isn't it? They sort of have that telepathy out on the field as the cross comes in. Well, there's no one there marking her. And in the end, just over. Couldn't quite get the final boot to it.
Another dangerous ball in from Lucille Leon. Hodgson initially puts that ball in. It goes long. Leon puts it back in for Healy, and she blasts it over from close range. Another chance for Adelaide.
Another chance. They're looking really dominant here at the moment. Had the majority of the possession so far in this first 10 minutes, but it's Jets back with it now. But again, there's just too many on that back line. They can't get it through. And so it says possession 47-54.
It's not too far off. It's quite even at the moment. Newcastle more transitionary, but just in that front third, picking the right pass when they need to.
Again, just slipping over there, but back up in the attacking end this for Adelaide, and it really is absolutely teaming it down out there. It's a ponchoed ball kid. Gives a helping hand. It's like when you go to a theme park and they give you one of those to go on the water rides. So first corner of the game here. And it's Adelaide with the corner, already leading 1-0. Another chance for the attacking play. The ball comes in and kept out in the end, but still in possession. And all the heads getting to this one, and in the end, keeper does well.
Easy taking there for Robertson. Condon didn't get the initial contact she would have liked for that corner.
Yeah, by Adelaide. That's what I've been so impressed with, is even when Jets are coming back down the back line, it's everyone is in on the defence, on the re-defence.
Yeah, they're certainly really well organised. Here's the shot from Healy once again. Just slices that one. Perhaps lifted her head a little bit early there, but really good early signs for Adelaide here.
Yeah, they'll be feeling positive here. We saw that graphic, sort of 53% possession, but it does feel like they have had the majority of the play so far.
I think it's the territory as well that they've taken on. It just seems like they're getting the ball a lot in their front third and creating some early chances here.
Jets just looking to try and regain some control here, get themselves back in this game. They have had the stoppers put on them a little bit in that going behind so early in the game, but it does mean that they have plenty of time to recover and get themselves back in.
Absolutely, there's plenty of time for them to shift the momentum, and so some nice work there from Baumann, some unpredictable play and a bit of skill there. That's what the Jets need going forward, and just picking the right passes.
And I think it's just a thing. Oh no, we have got a raincoat on. I thought I was going to say it was the thing between coaches just refusing to wear coats today, but Adrian Stenter, he's well and truly macked up. As the long ball just goes wide, can't find anyone on the end of it. It's almost a wasted ball like that.
It is, and we've seen a few of those early from the Jets, and perhaps that's some of the instruction Ryan Campbell is yelling out to his team.
They're sort of pushing on that press there, aren't they? Trying to get the pressure, not let the ball get out. Good play from the ground as well. Animated today, Ryan Campbell. You see, almost struggling to get a grip on the ball for that throw-in.
We often see players wiping the ball down before they throw it.
But I don't think your T-shirt's going to dry anything when it's already absolutely sodden.
Not today.
So Baumann with ball, coming down the wing, but again goes back. United. Fight for the ball in there, good bit of work, and in the end it is the Jets who come out in possession, so their chance to try and put some pressure on here. But again, just that ball finding the feet of Leon again, just not quite got the accuracy they'd be hoping for.
Yeah, Bowman couldn't find a teammate there. It was positive work to win it back off Adelaide, but definitely need to shore things up going forward and actually supporting play of each other.
Yeah, nice quick touch there, coming down the wing, but again, just losing control. I think that's come off red, hasn't it? Yes, it has. So, Jets still in possession here. Yeah, don't think you can be doing that.
No, that's a smart foul there from Jackson. I don't think there was too much contact there, but she went down and she's earned her team a free kick in a...
Yeah, this could be just what they need at this time.
Here is the foul there. There's a bouncing ball, and yeah, there's a definite nudge there from Toland. Not too much in it, but enough for a foul there.
Yeah, definitely more of a nudge than a shove, you would say.
Definitely, yeah.
So Baumann with the free kick. She's not going for goal on this one. Tries to pick out her head of one of her teammates. Can't find any. The ball goes loose, but it is still Jets in possession. Ball comes in. Good bit of work by Claudia Jenkins, who's just telling them to calm down. There's nothing to be worried about. at the moment for United. They're one ahead and looking very much the superior team at the moment.
They are at the moment. It's good to see Jenkins leading from the back there and just reminding her team, hey, we're in a good spot here. Let's...
It's a really good bit of work by Jenkins there. Full stretch, gets the one hand to it, tips it over, keeps her team ahead.
It's a great strike here from Sheridan Gallagher. We've seen her score from distance this season, and good save from Jenkins. She's had a great season. She's kept her team in the game time and time again. She's got the clean sheet record for Adelaide United now, and like we said, she's really leading from...
Right corner. Ball's in. And again, there's just too many red shirts in there. Cleared away. Not quite cleanly. Jets will keep possession here. Looking to just try and build a play. And again, picks out a red boot. I think this is where they're just struggling a little bit at the moment, the Jets. They just can't get that final pass in accurately enough.
Yeah, they just seem to be overcommitting to passes where, you know, the shape of the game changes every second, and sometimes you've really got to change your mind and pick a different pass, but they're a little bit stubborn at the moment and overcommitting.
It's almost like they get slightly panicked and they just want rid of it. You know, you've got to want the ball. You've got to want to try and make a difference on the game. You can't just think, oh, I've got to get rid of it now. Well,
sometimes it is a mental thing. They've had a few losses and you can lose confidence and panic on the ball when your team's not doing so well.
So Adelaide again, still 1-0 up after going after Warts, who loves playing against the Jets, put them 1-0 up in the 4th minute, and it's corner. Emily Condon taking the corner. Ball comes in, keeps low this time, finds a head, but goes wide.
Yeah, another short delivery there from Condon. I'm not sure if she's aiming to go short.
Still in possession here, Adelaide, and with the strike, and again, really good save. Good bit of work by Robertson. She really is being peppered, isn't she?
She is, and it's a good high press from Adelaide. They're getting some real success from that. Wirtz combines with Healy here. She's got another shot there, but it's off target. Good work from Robertson, though, to cover that near post.
Nothing more frustrating as a goalkeeper when you've just left that gap there and they slot it between you and the post and you think, I knew I needed to be cemented to it.
It's a definite no-no, that, getting scored on your near post.
Claudia Jenkins does well there. She comes really far out of her goal and does well to get back, and you can see the water actually squeezing out of her keeping gloves. Just surprised Matilda McNamara there with dropping at her feet. Jets back in possession. And here, Coach Campbell shouting forward. I don't think he wants his team just going back all the time.
It was danger there for Adelaide. Jenkins came out and didn't get the greatest clearance on that ball, and Sheridan Gallagher just couldn't get the right connection on that.
Interesting, isn't it? 1 goal on target, Adelaide, but all it takes is 1 goal on target to find the back of the net.
Well, that's a good strike rate, isn't it? Be really happy with their start in this game. They're in the top 4 now, Adelaide, so they're desperate to get the 3 points today to stay in touch with those top teams.
Yeah, that's a good run from Leon, coming down the right. Does well to get herself there, but it's almost contagious, that just not picking out a red player. Good bit of work with the slide tackle. If you're going to slide tackle, today's the day.
Today is the day.
A good little battle there.
Gallagher just held on to that a little too long.
Offside, flag goes up. Being told to look out for our options. Where are our options? Well, straight down the middle seemed to be the option there. Looking out on the wing. Baumann hanging out down the left. Just keeping herself on side.
Good powering run there from Devon Jackson. She's got on the ball quite a bit in these early stages, combining a lot with Baumann on this left side here. Fortunate there's an offside call there. All that hard work amounts to nothing.
It's really frustrating, isn't it? Especially for the team that's behind, and you've done so well to get yourself back in, get in that position, and then just a mistake like that.
It is, and all these small things really count in the end.
And Warts again in the action with the pass in, coming down the right. Ball comes in, well kept out. There's enough bodies in beige. You say beige, you say gold. I say a sort of...
It's supposed to be gold.
It's a sort of bronze kind of look. But whatever colour, there are enough in there on the defensive line to keep it out and keep the score 1-0.
Yeah, it was really good positioning there from Josie Wilson. Good clearance for the Jets.
And she's done well to get a foot to that one as Cassidy Davies. And a little bit of a wrestling match going on. Jets still in possession, coming down the right. Yeah, they're just trying to be quick, aren't they? They're getting those throws, they're getting to them quickly, trying to keep that momentum.
They absolutely are, and that's what suits them. Quick momentum, quick transitions. They've got the players to do that. Smart play there from Lauren Allen to get that throw in as quickly as possible.
Baumann with a long ball along the ground. And again, just not quite that clean touch. Still in possession here. And Gallagher again just picking out McNamara. They've settled slightly, you feel, Jets. You know, they were sort of rattled a little bit by going one behind so early on, but they've got themselves back in this, and they have got the opportunities. They're gaining more possession.
They are, and they're starting to press a lot higher now, so they're trying to execute the game plan now. It is disappointing they've gone down early.
Well, they need to get the bodies there for this one, because she's completely free out on the right. Ball comes in. And enough pressure in the end. This is the point when, as you're a goalkeeper, you just be shouting, clear it. Just get it away. It's going up in the air, it's finding heads. The Jets back in possession again. Seems to be a lot of play sort of down that central channel, though. I'd like to see them sort of try and use the width a little more.
There is at the moment through the middle and a little bit to the left side as well. We've hardly seen that right wing used, which is odd because Lauren Allen is such a key player for the Jets. Both teams quite narrow at the moment.
Yeah, it's good work. So again, coming down the centre, and again, just bodies there.
Page once again, the Jets there. Really good work to win it back and get forward, but that final pass is really letting them down at the moment.
They're in no rush at the moment, you feel, Adelaide. They're sort of quite settled, happy to sort of keep it back in their defensive unit, work it backwards.
Seem very comfortable at the moment, and they showed that in their last match against Central Coast Mariners up in Woi Woi, where they played themselves into the match, and I think that win has really given them a lot of confidence. You can see it here today.
Well, that was a great win for them, wasn't it? Historic win. Coming out 1-0.
It was historic for for many reasons, wasn't it?
Yeah, Emily Hodgson with the goal in that, her first in 8 years. So we were discussing this before the game, weren't we? In 8 years' time, where will we all be when she scores her next one? I feel like I'd probably have a lot more grey hair. And feel even older as you talk about these people playing. Talk about players and you think, wow, there's so many things that I've seen in my lifetime that they have no idea about.
You mentioned 8 years between goals, and she's only 24 now, so
yeah,
she's been around for such a long time. She's such an important leader in this Adelaide United team, and had a great game in that last match. She probably could have had another. She was fortunate enough, but I think she's happy with the one in a win.
Yeah, you'll take the winning goal, won't you? So corner this time for Jets. Ball comes in, this goes way high. Just a few players like they're trying to have a warm-up.
Definitely not happy with that ball in there, Copus Brown. Bit of a wasted opportunity there, and they opted to go short on that corner. Definitely missing the presence of Natasha Pryor, who is a main target off set pieces.
Yeah, we'll see Natasha Pryor, international player, and it just sort of brings that extra something to her side, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, in many ways.
Red carded in that previous game, so she's going to miss 2 games.
2-match suspension there. There was a bit of late drama in their last match against Western United, so we'll have to go without her for the time being, and she is a big loss for the Jets. So they're going to have to find other targets off set pieces. Sheridan Gallagher, she's a great target as well in those areas. Got a strong presence.
Well, chance with the corner now. And it's found the head of a Jets player, and it's just wide, but they are making chances here from the set piece, and you feel when you're without someone of such prowess that it is time someone can step up.
Yeah, well, it's a good ball in from Bauman, and Sheridan Gallagher gets the first touch there and it lands at Lauren Allen's feet, but they just couldn't direct that into the goal there. There were a lot of bodies in the area, and you're right, Georgie, you know, when someone's missing of that stature, others have to step up.
Well, the long clearance from Jenkins. We're seeing it really from both sides here. Just down that central channel, and this time looking to go slightly wider. And good work by Allen on the repossession.
You're seeing it go central quite a bit in this game, and a lot of the times when the game's played through the middle, it all comes down to who's better in the midfield on the day, who wins those duels more and keeps possession in a more effective way.
Yeah, a bit of a wasted throw, that one. And these duels almost equal at the moment. It's just a lot of the game is actually fairly even. It's just that 1 goal ahead at the moment for Adelaide. Jets have sort of got themselves back in. They've woken up. They were sort of stunned a bit early on.
Exactly right. They had a shaky start and they were punished for that.
Well, we've got a chance here. Just being forced wide is Gallagher. Trying to find that cross in. Finds the head of Allen, finds the post, and cleared in the end. But not quite cleanly. The ball's still in play.
Well, that was a great ball in from Gallagher, and credit to Lauren Allen there to get that ball on goal there. She was pretty far out to get that pace on the ball. I mean, I know the weather helps there in that the pitch is nice and slick today, but great opportunity there for the Jets. She certainly had Claudia Jenkins beaten there.
She did. It's just that, what, 3 inches to the right, and they'd be all square out in the middle.
Talking very small margins.
But as it stands, still 1-0 Adelaide. On the attack here. But again, there's some sloppy passing on both sides, really. Just picking out opposition players. Good bit of work. That by Chelsea Dorber. And the hand went up there from Erin Healy.
Almost wanted to use the hand of God there.
Just suddenly playing netball, goes for the catch. But still in possession here. Oh, United. Again, just looking a little slow at times onto it. And there's no one in there for that ball.
There's a signature ball in behind there from Leon, but not to a Jets player this time.
The rugby pass there. We spotted you, we see you. Again, that ball just not cleanly struck at all.
Yeah, just a bit of a rushed pass there. Amounts to nothing for Adelaide.
You can hear a lot of calling from the side, from coach, especially Adrian Stenter. But you'd be wondering, what would Ryan Campbell be saying to his side at the moment? Yes, they're one behind, but actually, it's not been too much poor play from them. They were just shocked, as we said early on.
Well, he seems to have coached them back into a steady way of playing in this match, and I think for the Jets, they're doing okay to go forward. They often do, but it's those final passes that are lacking at times.
Oh, well, they've had 8 shots, so it's not like they haven't had a chance. The long strike coming in, gets a hand to it. Really good save, that. She's kept her team ahead. There's Claudia Jenkins.
That was a great strike from Cassidy Davis, the team captain. She's already scored 2 this season, spectacular goals at that, and that would have been spectacular then, but it was a spectacular save from Claudia Jenkins.
And you know what it is? It's spectacular all round. Everyone gets one.
It is an exciting game so far.
Just goes short with the corner this time. And the ball comes in, and that's a really good ball in. Just can't quite get the final head on it. As a player down in the middle.
The referee signalled an offside there, and with short corners, you often see the defensive team step up, and that's what Adelaide United did when that short corner was played. And they definitely caught the Jets out there.
I think she's taken an elbow, you think?
Matilda McNamara, she's a tough player, doesn't often stay down, so she must have taken some contact there.
You ever taken a bit of contact in the game? Worst one you can remember? Broken nose ever?
I did cop a nice egg between
Oh, lovely.
the eyebrows at one stage, but here's the replay, and it's hard to tell who exactly contacted her there. Still seeking treatment here. Always a worry with head injuries.
She seems all right to me. Is she going to carry on? Is she going off with the physio?
Say she has to go off now for routine concussion checks, and hopefully we do see her return.
So they play with 10 until she's given clearance?
Yeah, so Adelaide United down to 10 for the time being until the referee does signal that McNamara can re-enter the pitch. So we often see a midfielder drop back into that missing defender. They haven't done that yet. They've still got the 3 at the back, but McNamara's back on the pitch now.
Well, no time really for Jets to try and take advantage
No,
and clean
that's
the
nice
player
and
up.
quick there. Good, quick medical treatment.
Yeah.
Just what you want from your physio and doctor.
Yeah, she said the alphabet back twice.
Yeah. That was very quick. Definitely no concussion.
Yeah, long ball comes in. Can she find a head on the end of it? There's a red head on the end, but it's not cleared cleanly yet. Leon finally with the big right boot, but again, just gone up in the air. And still Jets with the chance, but now finally Adelaide getting it away.
Yeah, Adelaide just solid at the back there and able to clear their lines.
Yeah, and you can see these conditions, just the worst they've been the whole match. It really is absolutely teeming it down out there in the middle.
I must say, despite the conditions, it's been quite a high-quality match.
Yeah, it's just been sort of that last pass, hasn't it? Not been able to quite find the foot.
It's definitely an exciting match end-to-end.
Goes for the back heel there, a little cheeky. Well, McNamara back on. She seems in fine fettle, so good to see that she's okay and cleared to continue playing. And finally coming down that wing, using the width a little more here, Adelaide. It's almost like they've been listening to us. Nice little dink. Goes for the strike, but just leaning back way too much on that. Straight over the top, no chance. No worries at all for Tiana Robertson.
You see those clever little dinks from Emily Condon so often, and sometimes they do come off, but what we're seeing is that second ball, Adelaide are onto it quickly and in their front third, and it's creating a bit of a headache for the Jets because Adelaide are creating a lot of chances off the back of those, off the back of winning those second balls.
I'll be interested. I would love to be a fly on the wall at a half-time talk for Newcastle Jets, because yes, at the moment they still find themselves 1-0 down, but actually there's a lot of positives to take away from this.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Again, the strike comes in just over the top.
Plenty of positives for the Jets. And here's that strike from Fiona Wirtz. Not a bad strike, but Robertson knows that's sailing over.
She's looking to make it 2 braces on the trot against the Jets.
Definitely likes a game against the Jets, Fiona Wirtz.
It's funny, isn't it, how you can have certain teams that you just really step up against.
Whether it's coincidence or, you know, the style of play suits that particular player, I'm not sure, but I know Fiona Wirtz definitely likes a game against the Jets.
Jets back in possession here, but some really short passes, just unable to get it out of that sort of midfield confusion.
Well, it's better from Baumann there, just playing it simple, making sure she hits her teammates' feet.
Coming down on the right, Allen with ball in hand. Ball in hand, ball at feet. Again, just held on slightly too long, found herself almost past the back line before she's made that pass. Just needed to get it away.
She did really well here, Lauren Allen, to put those accelerators on and get past her player, but her touch was just a little too heavy there.
Strong player, really fit player. Clearance comes from Jenkins quite cleanly. And Allen with the back heel. Bit of ping pong going on here, really, in the middle. Just back and forth across that midline. No one in too much of a hurry at this point. They're sort of thinking, heading towards that half-time.
Both teams will probably be keen to get into the sheds and get some instructions, tweak a few things for the second half, but I'm sure the Jets will want to come away with a goal before that happens.
Yeah, it's about trying to take some momentum, isn't it, into that half-time?
Absolutely, and a goal before half-time would do just that for the Jets. I think it would really lift them.
And at the moment, they're the attacking team. They've had the possession in the last few minutes. They're just unable to get it away. In the end, there's been some really good saves by Claudia Jenkins. And here it is, you go out wide and you just need that final ball to come in.
Well, that's a positive outcome there for the Jets. Devon Jackson with some good work going forward again. It's been a good battle out there.
The Jets with the corner. The ball comes in, trying to find that head. Does well to get a hand to it, does Jenkins. And on the rebound, there's no one in goal able to get a foot to it, but they're still in possession here. Finds Baumann up top, and she goes high. And that was the chance.
It was good all-round work, and Baumann takes the shot there. It just dipped a little too late. Bit too much on that one. She knows it.
Yeah, that little head tilt there.
Great opportunity there. It's a good ball in for the Jets, and Fiona Wirtz was actually the one who cleared that. Even Healy seeking some medical treatment at the moment.
Yeah, she seems to be walking a little gingerly, doesn't she? She was holding that foot.
She was out with injury prior to last week. She returned last week to the bench and into the starting team this week. So let's hope it's nothing to do with that and just a minor niggle here.
Yeah, she's just going to do a few small runs here to see what hurts and whether it's all right. The clearance from Jenkins finds a side. Baumann with the throw. A little bit of argy-bargy going on. I don't think you're going to be able to really rattle Gallagher.
Definitely not. She's one of the toughest, if not the toughest player in the league. But the Jets, once again, just turning that ball over very easily in their front third. They just really need to take a lot more care with the ball in their front third because they're getting forward well. They're creating opportunities.
Yeah, they're also doing really well to pick up these clearances from Jenkins. So often is picking out a Jets player, and then they get themselves back in possession. They have that opportunity in that attacking half. The ball comes in. It's just about finding that last foot on the end there.
Exactly right, and they've really fixed that area of the game of winning that first and second ball off the Jenkins long ball. Earlier in the game, it was all Adelaide, and they've really worked themselves back into this game.
Perhaps the wind might have something to say about it. Trying to go for that long ball is going to be difficult, as we said at the top.
There's a clear foul here. Just a real shove in the back there from Baumann, just letting her know she's out there.
Yeah, strike comes in again, well wide, and Robertson never even had to move. She knew that was going a long way past. Referee almost getting involved there. Kelly Jones, for a moment, have to just fight those intrusive thoughts.
Right. It's always tricky as a referee to stay out of the way sometimes in that middle area.
Heading in towards half-time. I imagine there'll be a couple of minutes added. We've had a few injuries. Things had to be looked at.
It's a foul here for Adelaide United. The Jets are asking what for. Happy about it. Really good position there.
There it is, confirmation. 2 minutes added onto this first half. Jets in possession, they'll be looking to try and make the most of these two. But just being kept on that line at the moment. Being forced into a corner.
Well, that's wonderful play out from the back there from the Jets.
Yeah, that's a good bit of repossession in the end from Adelaide. Coming down the centre. Oh, how they'd love to find the back of the net here. There's a chance coming in from the right, but skewed off that right boot. Just nothing really on it in the end.
Yeah, Adelaide won that counter press there and got forward really well from an Emily Condon pass, but Dorber just scuffs that cross. Frustratingly so.
And now a chance for Jets with a minute to go in this first half. Going for that attacking press at the moment, just keeping possession. The long ball comes in. Can only still managing to keep possession here, Jets. The ball comes in, just can't quite get that last foot on it, and that's been the story of their first half.
Once again, they forced that pass forward. There was just that opportunity there to bomb on with it at her feet, but just a little bit impatient. Perhaps knowing the whistle for half-time is about to go, and that's why they're rushing.
Yeah, ball comes in again, there's no one on the end of that. And happy enough to clear it.
McNamara knew exactly what was going to happen then and read that perfectly.
Yeah, I think they also know that they're just coming towards the end of this first half. The clock ticks over to 47. And there's the whistle, so that will be the end of the first half. So they went 1-0 up inside just 4 minutes, Adelaide United. But the Newcastle Jets look good for the rest of the half, really. Got themselves back in it, but at the end of the first half, it finishes Adelaide United 1, Newcastle Jets 0. What have you made of it?
Look, it's been a really interesting first half in tough conditions, I must say. But Newcastle Jets, a shaky start.
So, Newcastle Jets 0, Adelaide United leading 1-0.
Great ball forward there from Lucia Leon. Dorber tees Fiona Wirtz up beautifully there for an early finish. Fantastic start for Adelaide, a dream start.
Absolute dream. Inside 4 minutes, and that's exactly what Wirtz would have wanted. She scored 2 against them last time, and this time she picked it up early on in the match and really put the stoppers on Jets early, who would have come out flying and thinking, right, we want to fight back from the last time we played and lost 2-0. But they did fight back and actually put some good play in.
Well, this was their best chance. Great ball in behind from Devon Jackson, and Claudia Jenkins snuffs it, but Lauren Allen couldn't finish that one there.
And there was a chance here, just couldn't quite keep it down.
And that great strike from Sheridan Gallagher from distance. So much power on that strike, and once again, Jenkins steps up for Adelaide. And another strike there from Erin Healy.
Yeah, Jenkins been great in this first half. This really was the chance. It was Allen just finding the post off her head.
And from that area there to get that much on it. Fantastic strike here from Cassidy Davis. Definitely on goal there. Another key save, and Fiona Wirtz blasts that one over.
Yeah, busy half that for Claudia Jenkins. Well, pretty equal on the possession, actually. And that's what we were saying, wasn't it? And 11 shots for Jets. They just haven't found the back of that net yet.
Yeah. To their credit, the Jets really worked back into this game and evened it out. And they, in fact, they're winning in the possession stakes at the moment. And definitely that passing accuracy improved as the half went on, but unfortunately they just couldn't finish one of those key chances.
So at half-time, it's Adelaide United leading Newcastle Jets 1-0. Oh, you don't have to talk. Well, welcome back to number 2 Sports Ground here, where it's Adelaide United who lead Newcastle Jets 1-0. And this week on Dub Zone, the panel was full of praise for Brisbane Roar's breakout star Lainey Fryer, twin sister of Matilda's striker Sean.
I do want to focus, though, on Lainey Fryer, because her 7th goal in 6 matches, the back-to-back hat-tricks and then hitting the score sheet again. If there's a way to introduce yourself to whoever the national team coaches are in the future, she's going about it the right way.
She is. She's so exciting and just puts herself in the right areas. You know, she gets out there aggressively, and her finishing, I mean, two back-to-back hat-tricks and, you know, her 7th goal in 6, you said, that just speaks for itself.
There's something to be said about the confidence of breaking through at age 23. Sean and Lainey Fryer won AS when they were teenagers. They've both since had ACLs. Sean's comeback was a bit quicker. Sean's a more physical type of player. Lainey, a bit more cerebral, plays in a central position. Sean's more of a traditional winger. Like, it's great to see that they've got such a great understanding, assisting each other, though.
The connection.
The sister connection, it's a thing, and they just really complement each other out there. They've got each other's backs, and all the better for Brisbane.
But that's why I asked about the Raw attackers, like putting Papadinova and Tan and other players back into this. The team should be getting built around the sister act here.
Yeah, well, now that Lainey's, you know, become a regular, I think going forward, that's what Alex Smith has to do.
Later tonight, Brisbane Roar will be looking to atone for their loss to Canberra in their last outings. They take on Melbourne Victory. And then, at the weekend, they're in action again, and they face the ultimate test against Ninja A leaders, Melbourne City.
This is the headliner that you will not want to miss. It's table toppers Melbourne City taking on the second-ranked side, Brisbane Roar, at Amy Park on Saturday evening. Teresa, this could be the perfect opportunity for City to really kind of make a massive statement that they are the only contenders to win that title off the back of that draw.
This is a huge fixture. I think everyone's looking forward to this match for both teams, really. I think Brisbane need to bounce back as well. But yes, for City, they're at the top at the moment. They had a bit of a mediocre game against Sydney FC, which they'll want to bounce back from.
Which kind of Melbourne City player has stood out for you the most this season so far? Because it has been a real team collective effort, but is there any kind of standout individuals?
To be honest, of later, I've got to say Holly McNamara has game that she comes on to for the limited minutes she is playing. She's coming on and creating chances, assisting and scoring. So, I mean, how much more effective can you get in a game? So I think Brisbane are going to try and have to find a way to nullify her.
As for Brisbane, they have already scored more goals than the entirety of last season. Do you think that they can sustain that attacking threat despite the loss against Canberra last week?
Absolutely. I think despite, you know, the loss against Canberra, they had a flurry of chances. They had so many opportunities that sitters that they did miss. So they've become a bit of a bogey team for Brisbane, but they'll need to really bounce back in this match. And what better way than playing, you know, the team that you want to take their spot at the top there. So huge game for Brisbane as well.
And they've got a host of attacking weapons, Momo Hayashi being one of them. But how about Lainey Fryer? I mean, why do you think she's adjusted so seamlessly into her first professional season in football?
I mean, she's always been in and around it. You know, she's got a sister there. The journey that they've both taken has got them to this point and has readied her for this point. So she's just, come in so confidently. You know, the culture up in Brisbane at the moment is fantastic. You know, whoever's come in has done a really, really good job, and, you know, scoring 2 hat-tricks consecutively is amazing. So, she's been a very dangerous player, probably the most dangerous at the moment, the most informed player for Brisbane. Just the way she comes in and is able to, her strike rate is just unbelievable.
Can she keep that up against Melbourne City? That is the question, and you can tune in on Paramount Plus or 10play to find out.
Well, really looking forward. That's going to be absolutely mouth-watering on the weekend. Reminder that here it is Adelaide leading 1-0 against Newcastle Jets. Well, the Christmas bake might be over, all the chocolate might be gone, but let's recap some cracking football action you may have missed while you were enjoying the holidays.
It's that time of year again. You're dusting off the Christmas leftovers, you're enjoying some time on the couch, and now, most importantly, you get to enjoy some Ninja A-League action. Steady Yoshi! A stunner!
Looks to shoot from distance, and it's stuck underneath. It's an early Christmas present for Wellington Phoenix and the Yellow Fever.
Lainey Fryer! What a start to her career she is having! 2 weeks in a row. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I honestly have no words. Like, I'm stoked. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that was is it the first time ever? I'm not sure. It's an unreal feeling. And to put it in the back of the net, I'm just doing my job.
Erin Healy, her first Ninja A-League goal. She gets the crossing, she can, and there is Carly Johnson.
It's a good Christmas gift for sure. The vibe's high. I'm throwing a Christmas party at my house.
Holly McNamara to get on the scoreboard. She's back. Holly Mack is back.
Wayland comes up with the save. Elation for the Mariners. Petey Code goes out a winner. Her 75th and final Ninja A-League game.
So it's Adelaide United leading 1-0 over Newcastle Jets here at number 2 Sports Ground. And, well, the weather really has just been absolutely teeming down for the whole game here, but it's not dampened the excitement that is this match, because it's been pretty good stuff that we've seen so far. It's myself, Georgie Heath, joined by Teresa Polius in commentary, and we've seen some good some good football, haven't we?
Yeah, despite the tough conditions, it's been a high-quality match, and both teams have had decent chances.
So there has been a change to Adelaide United. Erin Healy has gone off, and that means that Katie Bowler has been given the opportunity in this second half. What do you make of this for a change?
We saw Erin Healy go down holding her foot, so perhaps that's related to that injury there. But Bowler's had some really decent minutes this season and has done well, so she'll come in and want to prove herself and show Adrian Stenter that she wants to become a mainstay of this Adelaide United team.
Yeah, she doesn't want to just be the sub that comes on. She wants to be in that starting lineup. Just a bit of sawdust going down, perhaps, just in front of the goal there. Well, she's made some great saves, hasn't she, so far tonight? Claudia Jenkins really kept her team back ahead. And I think it's fair to say they look a little chilly.
They do. It'd definitely be nice and damp out there today.
So Adelaide United leading 1-0. They won the last time these two played, and they're winning here at the moment thanks to the boot of Fiona Warts. And we're underway. United went 1-0 up inside 4 minutes of that first half. It was very hectic, wasn't it? Just came out of nowhere, really, and sort of put the stoppers on things. But by the time we got to the end of that first half, Jets really looked like the dominant side.
Yeah, it was a very energetic start from Adelaide, and sort of feared the worst for Newcastle in those starting moments. But to their credit, they've worked their way back into the game from a performance perspective, not so much the scoreline, but definitely had a few great chances in that first half.
Yeah, not least to say, off the head of Lauren Allen finding the post. That was inches away from levelling the score, and this time the first strike, and it's well over. Just leaned back too much into that one, Baumann.
It's another opportunity here from Baumann. She had a long-range strike in the first half, and similar outcome there. She's just blasted that over.
Sometimes you find that almost when you get a bit too tense, you do just lean back a little bit too much, finds the top of the boot and does go over.
It's that added pressure of the game in real time. She probably finishes those in training all the time, but when it comes to a game, you certainly sense that pressure and perhaps panic a little bit.
Yeah, can't find the head of Leon there with the throw-in. And possession goes back gold. And the Jets, they have had their shots. They've had their chances, their shots on goal, just not managed to convert them yet. And they're going to want to try and get themselves back level as early as they can here. Get level on that scoreboard and then really capitalise on that. They want to continue the momentum they took into that half-time.
That's right, and they seem to have made a bright start early in this second half.
Yeah, ball comes in, this time can only find a red head, and again, Lauren Allen, she seems to be in on a lot of the action.
Certainly is in the thick of it. She is a key player for the Jets.
The ball goes aerial again this time. Just can't quite clear it out, the Reds. There we go, the final boot in the end. Little bit scrappy and kept in by Claudia Chico. Just slowing things down a little bit, just slowing that pressure, the excitement of the first half. And again, the one thing we said a lot in the first half, that final pass from the Jets, just kept picking out a red boot. And we've done that again, but really good bit of work by Josie Wilson, defensive work to regain possession.
Well, I'd be guessing that that was part of the conversation Ryan Campbell had with his team in the halftime talk, was keep possession, hit feet.
And that's gone very high. It's not got the distance at all, that clearance. And that's a nice ball down the wing, and then just a little too much on it. You can hear a lot of shouting from the side. The two coaches getting really involved, push a little higher.
It's another good win there for the Jets. And they'll go forward again, keeping possession a lot better at the start of this half.
Yeah, they've looked in control, haven't they? They look a lot more comfortable. We said early on in that first half, they sort of didn't want the ball. It was trying to sort of get rid of it too early, or sometimes too late, and then just finding opposition players.
They certainly looked a bit panicked in that first half, and if they can turn that around, then they're a team that are able to come and win from behind.
The ball goes back to Robertson this time, and that's just found a puddle in the middle, given the opportunity, but almost took too long to turn there, Fiona Warts, and try and take that shot.
Well, that would have been very unfortunate there for the Jets if Adelaide had capitalised on that moment. You can see the waterlogged pitch there. Wow, what a moment there.
She almost didn't know what to do with it, did she?
I'm not sure if she knew there was actually a puddle on the pitch. She knows now, doesn't she? But it's difficult in these conditions, as the water does tend to pile up.
Yeah, turn around next time, there'll be a duck in there.
Hopefully not. You got to really inspect the pitch, because there can be a huge difference in each half. A little foul there on Bauman from Dorber. She just catches her there.
Well, I'm glad to see that someone has lent Ryan Campbell a coat for the second half. Yeah, really good work this by the Newcastle Jets. They've had the majority of the possession in these first 5 minutes of this half.
Good work from Bauman to win that ball back. Bit of an awkward one there for Tonkin to clear, but she does so.
Yeah, and again, it's just that final ball, isn't it? Not quite finding the player in front of goal.
Such a positive attack as well from the Jets.
Yeah, they keep possession with the throw this time. Ball chipped in, can't quite find the head, keeps possession. And this time Gallagher just taking it wide, keeping it calm. Looks to go top. We're going to go for that big strike. And in the end, easy work that for Jenkins. Just ensures that she can fall on it and smother that ball, but didn't really have much on it in the end.
Yeah, just not enough on that from Wallando. Catching practice for Jenkins.
Still in possession though here, Jets. A majority of possession in this second half so far.
Just a bit indecisive there, Wallando, and it's a cheap turnover. Adelaide in a good area here.
Interesting, I think she thought perhaps the foul would have been called for the shove, so picked up the ball and in the end handed it over to the Reds.
Well, she wanted to take it quickly there, but the refs called her back.
So Reds back in possession and well cleared. It's a good fight shown by the Jets coming into this second half, and that's a really good ball going out on the left. Need to get those players in there though. There's a lot of defence between the ball and that goal at the moment. Just slowing things down, and now Adelaide back in possession again. Leon coming down the far side. Good ball. And now with the attacking press. Just Gallagher there, out on the right. Sort of surprised her, that's come to her. Tries to free herself up and give her the left-footed strike.
Well blocked there by McNamara. Some positive play here from the Jets. Devon Jackson bombing forward again. You can hear the instruction from Ryan Campbell, drive forward, and that's exactly what she did.
Yeah, trying not to be put off by the players warming up in their ponchos. Yeah, good bit of repossession this. Reds back in at the back heel. But again, not going down without a fight here, the Jets. They've really come out with some tenacity. And that ball out to Allen on the right. Perhaps just, she removed her angle, didn't she? She found herself almost perpendicular to the goal and in the end went across the front of it.
Good ball in here from Lauren Allen. Dangerous ball into a dangerous area, but equally desperate defending from Adelaide.
Yes, very much the word for it at the moment. Desperate, just getting bodies in the way in any way they can. But it is a Jets corner. The low ball comes in the end, can only pick out a red, and it's cleared. Not quite cleanly, but enough.
Another short delivery there. Bowman won't be happy with that one. Plenty of Newcastle players waiting to get on the end of that one.
McNamara down again. We saw her go down earlier and went off very briefly to have a chat with the doctor or physio.
Well, they seem to be signalling to the assistant referee whether they were able to see an incident there, but nothing seems to be coming from it. Here's the delivery from Bauman, and there was contact there.
There was contact.
From Gallagher. Did the AR see that? That's the question. Could be in a bit of trouble here if the assistant ref did see that.
Yeah, and that'll be just not what they would need, Newcastle Jets. Just as they're starting to look like they're really building something, starting to dominate proceedings.
Definitely not something they need here. Here's that. Just a bit of a shove. We often see defenders blocking runs in those areas, off corners in particular, but I mean, you could see that a shove there from Gallagher.
Well, there's that puddle, so there'll be no ducks getting in there anytime soon.
The Jets will be happy for that. It is in a critical area there, but Adelaide not happy here. They want justice to be served here.
Yeah, McNamara, not a happy bunny. She was the one pushed over, and she wants, as you say, justice to be done. Slams fist on table.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's poor from Gallagher there. I mean, unnecessary and dangerous for your team as well.
And Leon with the throw. Squinting as the rain comes sideways. Yeah, that's a good ball in the end, but there's no one there in the middle, and it's easy work in the end for Robertson. That final strike, not really much power on it, didn't have to move far to her right. It's just whether she can see, because the rain's coming in her face, and you can see that puddle, the water splashing up. And chance out wide left, and again not the clearance, and just over that top left corner. Well, suddenly out of nowhere United have woken up again.
Newcastle just looking really vulnerable at the moment in clearing their lines, and hard conditions. You can see the water piling up, but you don't want to be giving the ball to Fiona Wirtz in those areas. She's just too good at finishing from there. Luckily, she didn't this time.
Well, Jets back on the attack, and again, down on the floor. She's in all the action, isn't she?
It's a good battle here between McNamara and Gallagher just smashes that ball into her. She didn't move out of the way, and that is a yellow card if you don't move away from the ball quickly enough.
Yeah, she's riled up, isn't she, McNamara? She felt that she was hard done by just a couple of minutes ago, and this time it's almost salt in the wounds. She's given the yellow.
Gallagher's got the better of her there, and a yellow card to boot.
Not the clearance that she would have wanted. Jets back in possession. They've got a chance here, but it's messy. It's messy, and in the end, Jenkins does well to clean up on the back line.
Just couldn't get the contact on the ball they needed there, the Jets.
We can tell she's going with the wind this time, because
Absolutely,
that's gone a long way compared to what was happening when she was down in the other goal.
Yeah, it's really obvious, isn't it, that with the wind now, and it's just sailed.
Reds back in possession, looking to try and double that lead.
Reds just struggling to keep possession now. Trying to hold this lead and go for it when they can.
Yeah, good work sliding out by Robertson.
Really well read there from Tiana Robertson, young goalkeeper.
And Katie Bowler's eyes would have lit up. She thought she was in with a chance there. Comes in off the bench.
Conditions tougher in this second half now.
Really tough. That rain coming in sideways.
All holding up in certain patches of the field and not others. It really makes it hard to read the roll of the ball. It turned pretty messy, but there's that chance for Bowler, and she took a heavy touch there.
Yeah, the goalkeepers have been really in the action, haven't they? It's been good stuff, actually, from both Tiana Robertson and Claudia Jenkins.
Certainly been busy in this match. Doing well to keep their teams within reach of the win.
Just the short touch. Jets keep possession. Good bit of work this by Devon Jackson. She keeps it out on the wing. As they still find themselves 1-0 down, they've got to find the back of that net, equalise, and then think about trying to bag themselves those points. Remember, they're down in 9th in the table at the moment, just the 9 points from the 9 matches, whereas Adelaide United up in 4th. And again, well smothered that by Claudia Jenkins.
A win, a comeback win against Adelaide at home would do wonders for their confidence. So it's good to see them going for it in this second half.
Yeah, especially in these horrendous conditions. You can see just how much the wind has caught that clearance from Claudia Jenkins. A little bit of argy-bargy. Who's going to come out on top? It is Jets again. You've really got the fight in them. Ball comes in. Allam out on the right. Chance was there. Offside.
It was a lovely play there. Beautiful ball in behind from Cassidy Davis, but there's some argy-bargy that we saw from Sheridan Gallagher. She's definitely pumped up for this game and really using her strength there.
She's everywhere at the moment, isn't she?
She is. It's good to see. She's leading that striking line, and you want to see players like her on the ball, creating things for her team.
Yeah, this is good fight from the Jets. Good defensive unit. Again, that final ball, won't get that away. Clearance much harder from this end. She's not happy again, McNamara.
Certainly turning pretty spicy at the moment.
Handbags.
Yeah, Gallagher.
You sort of felt cooking for a while.
I think, yeah, it's long overdue, to be quite honest, because things are spilling over. Frustrations are starting to boil now, and I want to see everyone staying on the pitch. Morgan there not happy with Gallagher
I can't say it's someone I'd want to get in a
No,
fight with.
I would not be picking a fight with Sheridan Gallagher, or anyone for that matter.
Yeah, the long clearance. Again, can only pick out McNamara. Got a chance here. Adelaide needs to get the bodies in. Just goes for the back heel. Not cleared. And in the end, well saved with her knees. I mean, we'll get a bit of your body in the way. It's all that matters as a keeper.
It's an important save here. Good ball in from Toland, and Fiona Wirtz, she just knows where to be in that box. Gets a good connection there, but good save from Robertson. Adelaide, they know how to chances when they get them. They didn't in that time, but warning signs.
Yeah, tries to take on the two defenders, unable to pierce that gap. And it is getting spicy. And that's the thing, we've just been saying how Jets have been looking the dominant side, but give them the opportunity, Adelaide will grab it.
Well, that's what they did early, and long-range strike there from Wirtz.
Yeah, she was a long way out of her goal, Robertson.
Couldn't get it on goal then, but there's that contact between Toland and Bauman. Bauman asking for the foul there, wasn't given it. He's starting to get a bit feisty out there. Out of action.
Yeah, good work this by Allen. Ball comes in, can't find that the last delivery is just not on. Keeps picking out players in red.
She really needed to cut that ball back there. She's played it square, and Adelaide United have that covered all day. Perhaps just have that little look up, little glance to see who is where, but they are getting numbers into the box. They just need to find their teammate, the Jets.
Shown.
Sarah Morgan getting in the thick of it now. Adelaide seem a bit frustrated at the moment. Jets getting under their skin a bit.
Well, Lauren Allen has been really in the thick of it the last few minutes. Hanging out down that right wing.
She has, and she's a player that never gives up. We've seen her quite often score late goals as well. So she's a real danger player that Adelaide need to look out for.
And that ball just dying.
To the advantage of the Jets there. Bounced well for them.
And really tough conditions having to play under here. We've seen the puddles in the pitch at times, sand having to be poured in that. Almost a chance earlier that fell very nearly happily into the hands of the Reds.
Lauren Allen nods that cross down, but lands to a Adelaide player there.
And the fans not having their spirits dampened at all by this weather. They want to support their home side, currently trailing 1-0. Just bounces back up there, does Jenkins. And really good work, punches that away. She's been in all the action. Both keepers really stepping up.
She's certainly been busy in this second half. Adelaide do well to clear their lines once again, but they are under pressure. Here's the ball in from Wallendale. Lobbed up there. Ooh, Gallagher once again gets involved. She needs to be very careful here. She's on a yellow card, and she does make contact there with Claudia Jenkins.
So Chloe Wallendale is going to go and take a seat, find herself a raincoat. That means that Lara Gooch has been brought on by Ryan Campbell, hoping to try and make a difference here, try and get themselves back square. They need a point at least from this game. currently sitting on just 9 from 9. And still another 20 minutes to play, so plenty of time in this game.
Lara Gooch, a bright young player for the Jets. She'll come on with some energy and want to show what she's got here and try and turn this around for her team.
Just 19 years old, Lara Gooch. Played at the Junior Matildas Under-20 World Cup. She only played 3 so far this season, but is one of those players that's come through that academy program and makes us all feel very old.
Yeah, definitely. And she had a breakout season last season and certainly looking for more minutes. Here's her time to shine.
And when you dream of playing minutes in the A-League, perhaps not in whatever kind of storm is going on here, but now it really is a time for a substitute. So another, this time it's the Reds, so Chelsea Dorber will be taking a seat, and on comes Lara Kirkby.
Adrian Stenter just perhaps wanting to change things up a bit. Adelaide have certainly lost a bit of energy in this second half, so perhaps Kirkby is the answer here, turning it around.
Yeah, had a lot of spice early on, didn't they? And that first half really did pretty equal. They went goal up early on, had a lot of possession, and then the Jets just suddenly turned on the firepower. The engines kicked in.
Whatever Ryan Campbell said to them at half-time has worked. It's just not showing on the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, that really is actually the only place it matters. Doesn't matter if you play better throughout the game. You can't find the back of the net, you can find the top of the net.
And against Adelaide, who, you know, they're comfortable holding on to a lead, really. It's really hard if you can't make use of your chances and put them in the back of the net.
Yeah, done well to keep the ball in play here. But again, Gallagher in the action, this time on the ground. And it is looking a little scrappy in the middle. That's a really good bit of work in the end, actually, by Ella Tonkin off the ground.
Chico does really well there against Fiona Wirtz. Tough defender, Chico, and shows up every game for the Jets.
Reds back in possession, yeah. 5 shots on target for the Jets, just the 3 for Adelaide United. But still 1-0 up.
Certainly matches the eye test, doesn't it, in terms of who's dominating this half. 5 shots on target. Jets will want to really capitalise on at least one of those.
Looks like time for yet another substitution. So, I mean, I'm not surprised actually by this one. This is good thinking because Sheridan Gallagher was walking a very fine little tightrope. So she's coming off. And Josie Allen will be her replacement. Tenacious, I think that's how I describe Gallagher's in this. Really.
She was certainly busy in that game. Had a few strikes, got involved.
Found the back of the net, out of absolutely nowhere. Adelaide suddenly, in the torrential blizzard rain, have doubled their lead.
Well, it's absolutely against the run of play here, and Emily Condon with great footwork and a lovely finish here. Gets past 2 players and slots that home beautifully. Did really well there to stay on her feet, get between those 2 defenders. It's happy days for Adelaide at the moment.
Completely, as you said, against the run of play. The Jets were just looking like the more dominant side, looking to try and equalise. And now that mountain is looking ever steeper and ever damper for the Jets if they're to hope to try and get themselves some points out of this. But Emily Condon should be very happy with that. An 84th minute goal.
It's the last thing that the Jets needed at this point. Huge mountain to climb now. Not impossible, but definitely very difficult.
Beg your pardon, 74th. I'm 10 minutes ahead of myself. And it's still just 16 minutes left in this game, and Newcastle now 2 goals behind in really tough conditions. And this is when it can start to get really scrappy. You're just trying to force the play, trying to force it out of nowhere when it's not on, taking those shots that aren't there. The ball comes in, finds the back of the net, and suddenly Newcastle are on the board too.
It's a good response. The substitute comes on, Josie Allen, exactly what the Jets needed. Watch this strike. What an angle, what a strike over Claudia Jenkins, ending her streak of clean sheets. It's game on here. Anything can happen in these conditions.
It is suddenly, we've both just sat up in our seats and thought, wow, this is going to be a spicy last quarter of an hour. Josie Allen, the wry smile.
It's moments like this that can shift the momentum, and exactly what the Jets needed. What an end to this match we're going to have.
So the 76th minute, Josie Allen, she'd only been on for about 2 minutes. And she just said, I don't know what you've all been doing hanging around. This is how you do it. Finds the back of the net. Puts 1 on the board. So while a man in a delightful bucket hat brings out some sand for the middle to try and cover up those puddles. And now time for the restart. So Adelaide United leading 2-1. Just around 15 minutes still to go in this game.
It's becoming more and more waterlogged, and in these conditions, very unpredictable. Ball's holding up in random areas.
There's no one on the end of that.
I'll be extremely mindful in these conditions of the type of pass you do play. Safety first at this point.
Just keep throwing. Seems to be what it is at the moment. Lauren Allen.
Need to get that ball back in their attacking half.
Opportunity here, coming down the centre, and well kept out. Stuck out a boot there, did Wilson. And good deflection. Warts eyeing up a second.
It's a good duel here between Wilson and Wirtz, and she's really good at manoeuvring in and around the box there, and turns on a dime there to get a decent connection, but great block there from Wilson.
So Reds with the corner. Second goal scored. Condon holds her arms aloft. And well cleared in the end. Ball comes in, finds the back of the net, and now it's 3-1. Adelaide United, they are just making goals come out of absolutely nowhere. And Jets just thinking they were getting themselves back in this game, and the Reds go one further.
Well, the Jets will be extremely disappointed conceding in this moment. It was a searching ball in, and nobody was defending Leon there. She had a free header in that area, and a good finish, but Jets just doing themselves no favours.
So we've seen 3 goals in the last 4.5 minutes in this match. It's been absolutely cracking stuff in very trying conditions.
You can hear that rain falling. Hasn't let up at all in this match.
Yeah, it seems to be getting worse, actually. Conditions on the ground really hard. And then you sort of start to worry about injuries, sliding, falling in one of those puddles, bit of sand. You can really disrupt a run as well.
Really difficult conditions. Sometimes when you're trailing in these type of games, it can make it easier because it's so unpredictable.
Well, Allen back in the action again. Just chips it in, can't quite find the head of a teammate, but they keep possession here, the Jets. Just calming things down. It has been a hectic 5 or so minutes. Right, can they use this to their advantage? They've got to get themselves back in this. They need a second goal, and pretty soon. They've only got 10 minutes left now of this game, trailing 3-1.
Copus Brown go for it here.
She does go for it. Goes over the top. No worry really in the end for Jenkins.
Jenkins in no hurry now to get things moving, but Copus Brown just blasts that one over. What a goal that would have been for the Jets.
I think they'd take any goal, however ugly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the long ball from Jenkins with the wind. And again, just dying end to end when it's coming that way, but try and kick it into the wind. You're almost barely hitting halfway.
And also that side of the pitch looks even more waterlogged because that rain is really shooting.
Yeah, it's just driving, isn't it?
Shooting that rain into that side. And very dangerous.
At least won't need a shower. Right, on the attack here this time, but again, just no one there for that final ball. Tries to get the run in.
Clearance there from Hodgson.
Gonna go for another substitute here. So Sarah Morgan got that yellow card earlier on. She's coming off. And Nanako Sasaki is coming on for the final 10 minutes. What do you make of this as a change?
She's a really handy player, Sasaki, really technical on the ball, so the instruction from Stenzel is probably to keep possession at this point. They are 3-1 up. They want to hold this lead.
Yeah, you sort of wonder as well, it's about getting fresh legs on and just keeping that intensity, because it's getting a little scrappy. You're going to be tired. Running on grass like this when it's this waterlogged in this kind of weather is exhausting. So get the fresh legs on and really just keep that pressure and keep that momentum back in your favour for the final 8 minutes.
It's definitely the idea there, and Sasaki, a great player to bring on to do just that. Settle the team down, keep possession. Very tough battle there, and Sasaki wins the foul.
Yeah, ball in from Captain Tonkin. Stays in red possession. Kirkby just being pushed into a corner here. In the end, can't find the red foot at the end, but still the clearance just not on from the Jets. They've just lost that sort of impetus they had. Perhaps that third goal, you know, they thought they got themselves back in it with their goal, and then they barely had a minute to celebrate. Goal down.
Seems to have just zapped them, going down once again.
And finds the back of the net. This time, we just talk about them losing momentum. It wasn't pretty. It was a pretty ugly header in the end, into the ground, but it's beaten Claudia Jenkins, and it brings them within one.
Well, if there's a player from the Jets that deserved the goal today, it's Devon Jackson. She's been everywhere. She's driven forward. She's had so much energy, and she finally gets the goal that she deserves. But what a ball in. Good response once again from the Jets. They are a team, they never give up.
So, is there a final twist in this tale? What a match it's been. What a second half. We saw the first goal within 4 minutes of the first half, and then suddenly, in the last 10 minutes, it's just gone bang, 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 bang.
It's been an absolute thriller, hasn't it? And it's not over. Jets are back, and hopefully they've swung the momentum their way now.
Yeah, that long ball in. Can they get someone in goal on the end of it? Really good work by Jenkins, coming flying out of her goal, but still in possession of the home side.
She'll be thanking her lucky stars there, Jenkins, that there's no waterlogged puddle there that held that ball up off that clearance. Stenter making another change, perhaps to break up that momentum that the Jets have now. Frustrating there for the Jets.
Well, goal scorer Condon, it looks like, is going to be to take a seat, and replacing her will be Mallory Mullen.
Lucia plays the fullback.
Once again, another change. Defensive change here. Tighten things up.
Yeah, you can hear the call coming in there. Lucia Leon being told to play as fullback.
Used to seeing her on the right wing, so yeah, spot on, Georgie. Game management territory here now.
Claudia Jenkins with the long ball. Not controlled in the end by Chico, but kept in. They've got to really go for on the attack here, you think, the Jets. Just seem to be so many more bodies in the way and on the line here. Got to get that clearance. Goes for the shot. Well, she's down again. Referee doesn't seem too bothered.
I think the Jets are arguing that there was a handball there, but it's play on here.
Still in possession, goes for the long strike along the ground. And cleared.
And here's that replay, and yes, it definitely struck the hand there of Emily Hodgson. You can see why the Jets had their arms up and arguing.
And they cleared away. Not cleanly again. Just can't get the full clearance. Got to turn on a dime here. There's so many red bodies though, aren't there?
Really hard to break them down here.
Yeah, that's really good stuff from Chelsea. From Elizabeth Copers-Brown, I should say.
Jenkins is in no hurry to get up here and play the ball out, but Copers-Brown, what a touch in behind there. Unfortunately, she just couldn't get the cross, couldn't get enough shape on that cross for Josie Allen to get any contact there.
Well, at this point, Claudia Jenkins, her job is just to boot it as far to the other end as she can, and she's got the wind in her favour.
Be happy to have cleared the ball there, Adelaide.
Nervy times this for Ryan Campbell. He's seen his team come so close. Oh, it has been a thrilling last sort of 15 minutes. Look like they got themselves back in it. They've been on top at times, but now it really is coming to squeaky bum time.
Well, they've only got themselves to blame. Those second and third Adelaide goals were just off the back of poor defending, really. Can they get an equalizer here? Another free kick. Looks like Bauman's gonna put it in the mix. Wind just took that ball.
And then it hits the water and it just dies in the ground as well. So Jets still in possession. They still believe it's not over till it's over. Long ball comes in, goes high, and can only find a red head, but still, they're back in. Jets, they've got to go high press this time. And this is when you really got to dig deep, because then you just watch that go all the way back to the other end.
We'll go again, the Jets.
Yeah, some tired legs out there. And a miscued clearance from Robertson. So you can hear it on the PA, 4 minutes of added time. We've already played 33 of them. 33 seconds of them. So still time for the Jets to try and get themselves a point out of this game. They've been behind since 3 minutes and 34 seconds. And it seems like a very different game that we're playing now.
Certainly a stark contrast to the beginning of the match. What an exciting match we've had. Mullen in no hurry here, straight to the corner. We saw Adelaide do this against Central Coast Mariners towards the end of the game when they were up.
Two and a half minutes still to play. Back in possession, the Reds. But dispossessed. Jets have got to push up here. Still in their own half. And that's just a wasted throw in the end. Does well to come out with it. They've got to be quicker. Long ball comes in, trying to find a head somewhere. Up in the air. And this is the point, if you're Red, you just got to clear it. You just got to get it out.
Desperate times there for the Reds. I'll be happy to just clear that ball.
And there's that puddle. The sawdust, the sand, whatever it is. What it does is kill the ball. So, one of the final chances they're going to have. Finds a head, finds the back of the net, the equalizer! With just a minute and a half to go, the Newcastle Jets are finally level. And is there a final twist in the tail of this absolute thrilling game in the rain?
Well, it's another substitute. This time it's Claire Adams. What a ball in there. What a finish. And the Jets, they're the team that never give up, and they've equalised here. Fantastic effort.
3-3 with a minute and a half to play. Who would have thunk it at 3 minutes 30 when the Reds put themselves ahead? This has been absolutely incredible stuff. Fighting right to the end, just as you said. And this is why. This is why you do your fitness. This is why you fight until the very last minute.
And there's still time here, Georgie. They're going to go for it here. What an exciting finish we've had to this game.
can see Coach Ryan Campbell is animated as you like on that sideline, and I don't know if it's just me, but it also seems like the rain has slowed too.
It does seem to have died down a little bit, but won't make a difference at this point.
No, everyone and the ground are all sodden. No, what's not dampened though, the spirits, those in the fans in the crowd who've come to watch the Jets. They've fought through the rain, they've come to see their home side, and they've equalised with just over a minute to go, and there's the final whistle, so they take a point. What an absolute thriller we have seen here. 3-3 it finishes, and it's been stunning. It's been incredible football. The weather has just not dampened anyone's spirits, and this has been one of the best games I've seen in a while.
Well, credit to both teams in such harsh conditions. The match was still of quite high quality, and both teams, 3 goals apiece. It was just so exciting.
Yeah,
both teams continued to go for it in these conditions, and credit to the Jets. They fought from behind. They would have obviously rathered the 3 points, but a point's better than nothing for them.
Yeah, especially after they went down inside the first 4 minutes. It looked scrappy at times, but at full time, it finishes Newcastle Jets, Adelaide 3, Adelaide United 3. Well, there's a lot of highlights to come from a game like this, but it has been incredible stuff. They went early, they went 1-0 up, did the Reds, and we thought maybe they would just dominate from here on out, and that was a great final little chip dink over the goalkeeper.
It was a bright start from Adelaide United. Early warning signs for the Jets. Fantastic finish there from Fiona Wirtz. Newcastle, Devon Jackson plays that ball in behind, and Copus Brown had a go, and Lauren Allen had a go but couldn't direct it on, and Gallagher's long range effort there, and she then crosses it for a Lauren Allen header, which was fantastic from that position there, and Cassidy Davis with the long range effort here. Good save from Jenkins. In the second half, Fiona Wirtz wins that ball deep and has a strike, and good footwork from Condon here. She beats both players, keeps her feet and slots that home there. And the Jets, what a comeback. Josie Allen, the super sub, comes on and finishes a wonderful strike there, and from that position beats Claudia Jenkins. Adelaide had another opportunity here. Condon puts it in, and no one was marking Lucia Leon here, and she heads that one home.